Hey everyone, Patrick here. So today I kind of just want to talk a little bit about binding and my past. So I'm just going to jump right in. So the other day I missed work. I was just really not feeling well. And I was definitely like struggling quite a bit that day. And I figured like if I put on some nice clothes, I would feel better. But in the past, I used to always, pre-T, anything I could buy for me, even like the small sizes, was huge on me. So I had some clothes that I really liked, but they were too big on me. And I kind of just have had them in my closet ever since. And now I've really built up a lot. And so I actually fit into a lot of these clothes now, and they fit me properly. But because I still have the idea in my head of them always being too big on me, what the outfit that I put on, like, it was making me even more dysphoric because I was thinking about how small I was. But then I was so I was just like sitting on my computer, like trying to distract myself, and I somehow like opened up my photos and I came across a picture I took of myself probably a couple months ago that I actually really liked. And so I decided to take some more pictures, just to help myself feel better. And it really helped. I was actually, I was able to take some pictures of myself where I really felt good about the pictures. And that was a really big deal for me because I was also able to take some without my shirt on. And not, normally, like, I've tried to do this before, thinking if I can just, like, make it look alright, I'll feel a lot better. But in the past, it's always ended up with me feeling, like, honestly really nauseous at just looking at those pictures. And so for me to be able to do this and actually feel good about the pictures that I took, that was a big first for me. And I've been exercising a lot recently, really trying to kind of just like be really healthy before top surgery. And just in general, just trying to be really healthy because I know it makes me feel better. And so after those pictures, it really gave me a confidence boost to be able to look at an image of myself and not feel completely nauseated. And so yesterday, 2 days ago, I went to the movies with my girlfriend, and before we went, my binder was just really killing me, and I knew I was wearing a couple layers, so I decided to take the binder off and see if I could pass without it. And I was able to, and I was still super self-conscious that whole day, but then yesterday, I decided to try it again, just with, like, wearing a flannel over a t-shirt, and I was able to do it. So yesterday, for the entire day, I didn't wear my binder at all, and I went out and hung out with friends, and I thought it would make me so self-conscious, and when I came into a situation where I thought I might have, like, some physical contact with someone, it made me nervous, but I was able to avoid it. And I was able to go the whole day without my binder, and it honestly made me feel so much better. And I thought it was a little bit interesting because when I mentioned it to a couple of the guys I was hanging out with who are also trans, like, it was definitely, they had a similar reaction that I think I would have had even just a month or two ago, honestly. And it made me think back to where I was when I was pre-T, or even probably like 8 months ago, where especially when I was pre-T and then a little bit early on, it made me really dysphoric to see guys who were further along in transition than me. And I've been thinking a little bit, my therapist asked me to write a letter to my former self. And he asked me to do this a few months ago, but, like, told me to take my time, so I still haven't. Like, I made a video that kind of serves the same purpose, but I haven't actually written it. And so, kind of thinking about those two things together, I was thinking about how I would have felt if I was able to see, like, if I was able to see a year and a half, 2 years ago, where I would be now. And I thought it was interesting because I honestly think, even knowing that it was me, I feel like I probably would feel some resentment. And I think that's really interesting to acknowledge because I know I definitely felt some resentment towards people who I felt like were more fortunate in certain areas, even though I knew logically that wasn't the case. Like, we're all struggling with similar things, and we're all struggling with lots of different things, and there's no way to compare that. But I know that I still felt some resentment about things like that, and I feel like even when I was 18, if I could see what I was gonna look like and see how I was gonna feel at where I'm at right now, I think I would have honestly felt some resentment toward my future self. And I just thought that was something interesting to acknowledge, because in telling other people and telling all, like any of you who are watching, about my day without my binder, I know that that's something that can generate some jealousy and resentment. And while as much as I want to tell people not to feel that and tell people it gets better, because I feel like that's always what you're supposed to say, I feel like I just really want to acknowledge all the different things you can feel in transition, and acknowledge that even though, like, it's obviously not good to compare and it's not helpful, I feel like those feelings of any sort of like resentment and jealousy, even that I get now, it kind of just helps me remember how valid those are too, and that it's okay to, I don't know, not feel good about things even if you're working towards a goal. And while, like, obviously I feel like the goal should always be kind of the light at the end of the tunnel, but I feel like it's also healthy to acknowledge all the other feelings that come along with that, at least for me. Yeah, just wanted to put that out there. Have a nice day, everyone.